Is that noisy? Is that too noisy? I have no idea. Are you gonna hear that in the background? Says it's supposed to be shop. Happy Monday, everyone. How you going? I am sorry for the background noise. They are house building and it is so exciting. It is looking so good. If they go leave for the day, I might see if I can film some stuff because it's going up fast. We've got the frames going up today and it's gone up really quickly over a couple of days. Nail guns going off. So yeah, I've just thought I'd pick up the camera and say g'day because it's Monday morning. I'm home chilling. I must admit, it is so nice being home on a Monday. I have Zumba tonight, but just to know that I've got the day, I'm loving it. I'm sorry to say. I probably don't miss going and teaching my Zumba class, and I doubt that I will replace it because I really want to focus all my energy into YouTube at the moment. I have so many things to do and little projects, as you guys know, and that's just where I really want to keep my focus. So I thought that I'd pick up the camera and chat today because I know that my vlogs have been pretty short recently, but there's just been a few things happening that I can't talk about because I'm worried that people will get upset. And it's a little bit frustrating that I'm impacted by someone else's behaviors and yet I don't have a right to have an opinion or a say about it. So yeah, it's really hard. You just kind of smile and nod. But yeah, I don't know. And if you saw last week's vlog, I'm still struggling with that. And mentally, I feel like I'm just on another planet. In like, I'm fine. Like, this is how people just, they're okay in 1 minute and then they're not the next. I'm okay, don't panic. But I have avenues to chill and just to zone out. Home is my safe space, so if I'm home, I'm safe, I'm fine. But I can totally understand why people just are okay until they're not, because yeah, life just, it gets frustrating with people's behaviors and attitudes and their inability or unwillingness to change, and they don't seem to either understand or care. I understand that being neurodiverse, that's how things happen, but when the people aren't in that bracket, that's the thing that does my head in the most, when I feel like I'm speaking double Dutch and no one is processing what I'm saying, and it's kind of like, that's a you problem. No, it's an everyone problem. Let's all work together. So yeah, I just kind of choose to laugh and move on and do things around the house that are productive, or in the garden or whatever. And I was thinking the other day too, if anyone ever used to watch Desperate Housewives, Brie, when she's angry and upset, she will bake and cook. And one episode, she was angry about something and the kids come in to dinner and the entire table is set with like 3-course meals and food, and the kids are like, uh-oh, because they know she's upset, so she's put all her energy into baking and cooking and doing all this stuff. And I feel like I'm that way at the moment at home. Whoops, sorry, just kicked the camera stand. And I can put all my energy into being home and doing the things that I love to do around here. So I am sorry if the vlogs have been a little bit short, but some things are just, it's not worth talking about because it goes on the internet, and yeah, the consequences are just there. Yeah, so I think today I'll go out in the garden and do a little bit because I'm just seeing the weather and it's not looking good for the end of the week. Rain is great, and rain is great if the ground then is good for me to work with, but it means I can't be out there doing something. So I'll go out today, do some bits today, and then that means the rest of the week will be inside, and that will help because I will have a good balance of where we're at. Oh yeah, This is my garden ring. I'm married to the garden. It was actually purple a couple of days ago. So I was holding the shovel to dig and I punched the handle of the wheelbarrow, and it hurt so much that it hurt and then stopped hurting, and I went, oh, I've damaged a nerve, because it was like someone stabbed me and then it just didn't hurt. And I thought, oh my gosh. And I took my glove off and there was hardly anything there, and I thought, okay. And then by the next morning it was all purple and now it's brown. So I promise my hand is not dirty, it's just bruised. So that is what you get for being in the garden, which I'm about to go back and do. I've enjoyed having a chill morning, so let's go. So headed out to the garden, and here's a little sneak peek for those who've been following my gardening adventures. So first I actually filmed the vision video and where we're going and what's going on, which it did inspire me to come inside and book a hard rubbish pickup so I can get rid of some stuff, and then came back outside to sort of start working on the things that I wanted to work on that I talked about in the vision. So this is the only sneaky peek you're gonna get. You'll have to stay tuned to the garden updates. Came inside to get some lunch. Having lunch with Mel today. Mel from Semi Sorted. Sorry for the picture, Mel. You look how I feel. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so thanks for having lunch with me today, Mel. That was awesome. And then we are planting today a strawberry patch. So I got given these strawberry runners from 2 different people in the Buy Nothing group. How awesome. I literally said, does anyone have any strawberry runners that they're no longer interested in? And I had a couple of people say, yep, I have all this, you're welcome to come and take it. So, so grateful. So we're going to plant them. Don't tell anyone that I actually collected them a couple of days ago. Oh my gosh. Yeah, coulda, woulda, shoulda, trying to do everything. It doesn't happen. So we're going to plant those and then get on with our day. Oh, hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Oh, it's hot in here. Wait, is that gonna work? That's annoying. Maybe I'll be back. Oh wait, is he gonna stop? No! Oh my gosh, hang on a second. Ooh, all right, we're back. I just blasted the aircon for a little bit, because if I don't say g'day now, I will go to the shops and get busy. I have a few things on to do this afternoon. Go to the shops, pick up some things from the Buy Nothing group, and then go home. I probably won't do any more gardening today, because one, I'm sore as. I spent all week in the garden, all weekend, and then I spent all day Monday and I was digging, so a whole lot of squats. But I am so happy with how it's progressing. A little bit proud of myself. I think I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're getting somewhere. And we're further ahead than what I thought we'd be in some things. So it's really good. So stay tuned to the garden updates, subscribe, because you'll want to know what's going on, or even just laugh at a crazy lady thinking that she has any idea what's going on. Yeah, and once it's finished, I'll do a tour and talk to you about how, what, why, and all the rest of it. So that's also why I'm pushing through, so I can get stuff done, because also we're running out of winter. Spring is coming, and that's why we want to see the beautiful things from the garden. So yeah, just finished teaching Zumba. A good class. Always, again, so good to have you back. Oh, funny. I love it. It's such a good class. And when I rocked up, oh gosh, one of the managers from the place that I was telling you about, that I've had a few issues with, called me. And it's so hard, because years ago I was always told right before you go into a Zumba class, don't check Facebook, don't check your emails, don't check your phone, don't do anything. Just put yourself in a positive mind frame. I'm about to teach a class, and so you walk in there, hey everyone, how you going? Like, leave your problems at the door in the car. If you need to go outside and scream, do it, but don't allow any negativity anywhere near yourself for a good 15 odd minutes right before you teach, because you're there for your people, not, you know. And I must admit, that was the same when I was a student. Even if the instructor was having a bad day, and I became friends with a lot of them, and they'd talk to me afterwards, and I was like, well, you would not have known it, though, you know, you run a class as normal, smile and face, Some of the best classes I've run is because I've had the worst day ever, and I've just been there like, just be of service to the people that attend, because without them you wouldn't have a class. So I am always ever so grateful. I always make everyone clap at the end of the class, and I say, give yourself a clap. Well done. Thank you so much for coming. I so appreciate you, because I do appreciate people, because I feel that we really do need to appreciate people and what they do. Just rocking up, it's so good. Like you guys that watch, is why I say at the end of the videos, thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate you, because without you I wouldn't have this YouTube channel. Well, I would have it, but I'd be talking to myself, which is nothing unusual for me. So anyway, she rang 10 minutes before I was about to start my class. I get here kind of 15 minutes beforehand, so I answered it, because I also thought, if I don't answer it, she's gonna think I don't want to talk to her. And so yeah, because I emailed her on Friday, and I offered her my resignation and said, if I'm too stressful for you, feel free to let me go, it's not a problem, but I can't handle this anymore. She was able to clarify a few things for me and let me know that if people are running late and come into my class, and she just explained some things with moving from one class to another, and I said, okay, cool, I wasn't aware of that. So that was really good, because when they teach you with Zumba, it's if you're not there at the start, you can't come in, full stop. And I've never really been in a teaching gym environment where people are late. They just kind of go from one class to the next. It all flows. And then a few other things that I've never experienced before with how things run. And so she was able to explain things like that. So I said, okay, so now that I'm aware of those things, I won't be worried about it anymore, because I understand now. Some things she said she would fix because she agreed with me. And there's some other things that it's a people thing. It's not a me or a her. So I just have to give the feedback back to the people and say, this is the situation that we're at, unfortunately. And then it's up to them to make the decision. But she's going to speak to everyone involved and see if we can come up with a resolution, because it's done my head in. Yeah, and I wrote in the email, there's lots of factors, and I did describe everything. And again, I'm not going to go into detail, but I just said there's just too many people involved with things. Mate, dude. So I wasn't expecting her phone call till Thursday. She normally rings me at about 5 o'clock on a Thursday, because yeah, that's just when she sits down to do some of her admin stuff. Do you want to come to my house? I need some blowing happening. Oh my god, seriously. So yeah, that got dealt with a lot quicker than I was expecting. But yeah, and I understand that some of it is me just not coping with some stuff, which I did talk about. But also I'm sick and tired of having to deal with things all the time. It's driving me insane. I fought so much in the education system with my son, and you kind of think, you come out the other side of that and you kind of think, let's move on. We're all adults here within respect. And I still fighting the same fight over weird things. It's just beyond irritating. Like that man blowing in the background. So we're gonna go to the shops. I'm going to go to a garden centre and have a look at the flowers and do the things, because that keeps me calm. And then also I can record something and have it for a footage for you guys. So let's go. So on my way home, I remembered there's a carpet place near our house, and they've always got stuff just sitting around in their front yard. And yeah, so I went in there and asked if they had any underlay that I could have, and the guy's like, go for it, it's all in the skip. He's like, just please don't crawl in there. I said, don't worry mate, if I crawl in there I'll probably never get out again. So I was able to at least just lean on the sides and pull out some pieces, so that will be great for the garden moving ahead. Next morning I got woken up to tractors moving up and down the street. Apparently they're planting trees in the street in the sides, so there's holes everywhere. You think they'd put some safety rails up, but yeah. And then I went to Bunnings again because, you know, and I was blessed today with some markdowns. I have been in my head for ages saying I would like to find some carrot markdowns, and today I found them because I can't wait to plant seeds. I'm too impatient. I want to plant now. And then we are off this afternoon to a massage. So Wednesday is turning out to be a very nice day. Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. Well, this is the new backdrop I have today. I gotta clean out the car. I forgot to do it yesterday. Well, I actually didn't forget. I just ran out of time and I couldn't be bothered. And then I knew if I stopped to do it, I'd be late to Zumba. And we can't be late. So, yeah. Oh, what's going on with my... I think my daughter's thing has connected again to the car. Hasn't done that in ages. That's hilarious. So today it's Wednesday. I have no idea what I'm going to do today. So many things happening. I just went to Bunnings. Of course I did. And I was so excited to find carrots marked down. So I think I'm going to plant those. And also I've got some seeds that I want to plant and some other things. So I think I'll just do a little light gardening thing today. Because yeah, I've just been for my massage. I think she'll kill me if she finds out I start digging ditches again. Plus someone down the council, I think they're planting trees down our street because there's just holes everywhere in the sidewalk, in the verges. What are the things called? I don't know. And they've just left the hole there. Like, too bad if someone fell down there. Talk about danger. Yeah, it's a bit scary. Yeah, so do that. And yeah, this is underlay for the garden to put down under the bark chips, so it helps suppress the weeds. I do have cardboard boxes, I have a whole lot of them, but I just kind of figured let's go all out and do that. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, my poor massage lady, I nearly karate kicked her in the middle of massage. I had rolled over, done that, we were on the second part. I was on my back and I could feel myself drifting off to sleep. And I'm pretty sure that I had like that 2-second dream, like I was tripping over something in the garden because you've been gardening. And I kicked because I've also been having restless legs lately, and it woke me up and I was like, I started laughing. I said, I'm so sorry. She's like, it's fine. I think it scared both her and me. Scary stuff. Alright, let's get moving. So, you know, they said it was going to rain this afternoon. So also why I didn't reschedule my massage, because I figured there's no point doing gardening if it's going to rain. Yeah. Okay. So I'm listening to Pride and Prejudice, the audiobook at the moment. It is via YouTube. I couldn't get it downloaded on BorrowBox at the time, and it's been good actually to listen to it on YouTube, because then I can sit there at my computer and do other stuff while I'm listening. So it's been completely overtaking my life right now. Every 5 minutes that I have of the day I've been listening, so it's been awesome. And I'm trying not to do too much as I've just got back from my massage, but I just wanted to finish prepping one of the garden beds and then just get that ready
yeah, for some other things that we'll be getting eventually. So just to kind of move around a little bit gently, but not so much that my massage lady just goes, ah. Oh, it's good to be in the garden. That's my happy place right now. And I clearly finished just in time because the weather is just really starting to turn, and by evening it was absolutely pouring. Thursday, did the usual, went to Zumba, went to bingo, took my mum food shopping, just didn't record a whole lot of stuff. We were talking too much. And on the way home, I went to NQR just to pick up a few things. They had some amazing bargains, so I couldn't resist. I'm excited to be able to have these. I'm hoping to make some cookies from them. So yes, I'm always thinking about things. And then when I returned the trolley, I noticed that someone had left their trolley there, and they left $1 in there. So woohoo, I got paid to shop. How good is that? Hey everyone, a happy Friday afternoon. We are back from Zumba. I'm alive. Today went about 80% smooth. There's a couple of things that said would happen and they didn't happen, so I've got to chase those up. But yeah, we are still sane for the most part. And now this afternoon, there's a couple of things that have popped up that might change our plans. It's always the way. So, I'm expecting a parcel from Temu today because I'm doing another collab with them, and I wasn't expecting that till Monday, so it's apparently coming today, which is good, that it will arrive and then I'll have the weekend to unpack it. But yeah, because the weather's meant to be on the weekend, so then it will give me time to do all that inside. However, the weather was also meant to be today, so I also didn't go to bingo for that because I was like, oh no, I'll home, I won't garden, but there's heaps of other things to do. And now the weather's okay, and I kind of do want to garden, but I've already committed that I'll do a couple of other things. So now there's a couple of other things that have come up that might come into today. So I've rushed home to speak to my son to see if he's interested in taking part in some things. I just picked up from the Buy Nothing group. I got some potato seeds, so I get to plant those. So excited! And some snow pea seeds. My daughter loves snow peas, so I'm excited to grow those for her. And some chamomile. So I have been so blessed lately from the Buy Nothing group. I am so excited. Oh, and then I got a couple more oranges, or one rolled on the floor. I had a couple more oranges from the Buy Nothing group. The lady was like, just, yeah, come past and pick them up. And at the moment, because I'm old, I'm in my calm era, trying to keep it together. I am listening on YouTube to Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Now, this is not too bad, but it's driving me a little bit insane that it's like, end of chapter 1. Chapter 2, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Audiobook for whatever company. Read by Karen Savage, I think her name is, in September 2007. Chapter 2. And every chapter she does that. So she'll go end of chapter 1 and then the next chapter, and she does it every time, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Now when I looked at the timer for the book says that it's 10 years it was uploaded 10 years ago, 10 hours long. So I have gone to BorrowBox to see if I can download the audiobook. I accidentally borrowed the book, so you can sit there and flip through if you're interested in reading, which I could do if I was in a noisy room or something and I wanted to keep reading. But yeah, I've got the audiobooks. Hopefully they will just read. And apparently the reader of the audiobook that I picked is Rosalind Pike. I hope I'm saying that correctly. She was from the Bond films. And apparently in all the descriptions, it's got the perfect voice for this kind of story. So I'm excited that maybe the opportunity to borrow that because it's on reserve with someone else right now, so I'm next on the list. So hopefully that will come up if I don't finish that by here. This woman is great. She sounds awesome. But just the whole chapter 2, I got the bit. So yeah, we will see. All right, let's go and do all the things, and I'll see you when I see ya. G'day. It is currently 2:30. I got home at 12:30. I'm still here. This is where executive function kicks in, because you had a plan and then something came up or changed and you struggle to switch gears. So I just watched back the previous clip and realized I didn't actually tell you what's going on. So as I said, I expected the weather to be like raining or wet today, and my daughter really wants to go and get a haircut, and I had said, cool, we'll go get a haircut. While you're doing that, I'll go to Kmart and film a video maybe, or do whatever, plan everything so you're always doing something. Yep, awesome, no worries. Found out at one of the community centres that they're bringing in like a table tennis activity thing that I thought my son would be really interested in. So I flew home, and I'm spewing, so I was right near a Bunnings where I taught, and thought, oh, I'd so love to have a look. But now I need to get home, because if he wants to do this thing, I have to figure out how to get my daughter to get a haircut while I've got him at this activity. And also needed to finish filming part of a YouTube video. So I was like, if I go home now, I've got like an hour to do that, and I could do it under a pump, because I know then I've got a time deadline to do it. So I was like, cool, I can do that. So let's go home, see where everyone's at. Get home, my son's like not interested in that activity. I'm like, okay. And then he says, oh, also you need to check the family app we have. Kira's got a migraine, don't wake her. I'm like, oh, okay, so it means no haircut today, because she'll be sleeping most of the day, and even when she does get up, she won't be functionable to leave the house, which is perfectly fine. And the weather's pretty good, so I'm going to go and garden, which is good. And then I will just finish filming parts of the YouTube later when the sun is down and I can't be outside and I can move inside. So everything always has a plan, but it's literally just taken me about 2 hours to kind of decompress from having all the plans change to now go, right, what am I going to do? I've done a little bit of admin, done a little bit of emails, done a little bit of other stuff, and just zoned out. But yeah, now I'm kind of like, all right, let's go. We got things to do. So, and my Temu order arrived, and I haven't opened it yet, but that's going to be really good for the weekend. So I'm happy that pretty much everything has lined up in place. So let's go out to the garden and see what we're going to do. So because we weren't going anywhere, I decided to head back out to the garden, because filling the garden bed is my priority, to make sure that we are getting the most value out of getting our bins emptied and getting the most amount of work done. Otherwise, I feel like I'm stuck if I can't just keep going with the plan that I have. And then Friday afternoon, I remembered, I haven't finished filming my YouTube video yet for the Frugal Buy Nothing group. So let's jump in the car and film that. Last minute, what can I say? Story of my life. And then the rain started coming, so I clearly got in perfect opportunity to be able to do that. Saturday is here and the weather is still absolutely raining cats and dogs, so I took the opportunity to go to Coles because I hadn't done my Flybuys spend to finish off, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to do that. And then I had to go to Aldi and I got locked in. So I walked in there at about 10 to 5 and the roller doors came right down behind me pretty much. Someone was clearly in a hurry to get out early. And when I was checking out, it was 2 minutes to 5, and the guy said to me, just leave via the side door. And I go, what side door? And he goes, that one. Well, I couldn't seem to try and open the door and push the trolley at the same time. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. So I sent a message to Michelle from Zesty Girl, and I was like, have you ever been locked in Audi? And the door's like, do not panic, or a door is alarmed. I'm like, I'm alarmed right now. I can't seem to get out of Audi. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. And then Sunday, I started loading up for the hard rubbish collection. I'm so glad that I did do this weekend, because the following weekend I wasn't well enough to do it. I didn't actually have as much stuff to put out there as I expected, but still a little bit goes a long way. I'm happy with what I did get rid of, and none of it moved. No one drove past to take it, and it was literally picked up the next afternoon. I could not believe it. I spent the afternoon, because it was starting to come in really cold, just checking out YouTube and watching other people clean up backyard messes, trying to get inspired to go, if they can do it, I can do it. I am sure that my backyard looked absolutely terrible when I first started. I'm just getting some lunch for everybody. These are the croissants that we got in our last Coles haul, and we got them as a markdown. Of course we did. So we might as well make them and eat them while they're here, otherwise, but they're going to disappear anyway. Who am I kidding? But I just like to make it a little bit fancy. And then I figured that I better do a little bit of washing this afternoon. I knew though that it was going to be hung inside the laundry, because the weather has turned very cold outside, and so there is no way I am heading out there to do any more gardening. I'm trying to make sure I keep really healthy and just look after myself. Plus, I am absolutely exhausted from trying to duck out to the garden every 5 minutes when it wasn't raining. And also, I think my body's starting to slow down a bit, because I had the massage on Wednesday and my body's like, we just need to chill. So hubby had done his washing early in the day and hung it up. So I'm just hanging up some of my bits. They can take a couple of days to dry. It's no hurry for me. Still listening to my audiobook, because also I'm nearly at the end. And this is what happens when I'm nearly at the end of an audiobook. I just keep listening, because I want to push it through. And also, I can only listen to her on about 1.5 speed instead of double the speed. She talks quite fast anyway, which is really good, but you just want to make sure that you are picking up everything that she's saying. And of course, I'm just standing in front of the heater a little bit to warm myself up, because it has come in really cold. I was here for probably about 5 minutes. I'm just doing some knitting. I'm really trying to finish this as a project, which you'll see coming up in another video, no doubt. It's taken all my time and energy this week, as well as the garden and other things. Like I said, I hyper focus on things, and I move from project to project. It's my life, it's what I do, it's what I love, and I'm sure that you love watching it, because I'm just as crazy. I'm going to leave the vlog here for today. Thank you so much for joining with me. I so appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.